Welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to solve two problem from the Leetcode. This problem is similar to some problem in which they will give an array of numbers and a target number, and we have to return two numbers from the array, which will result in, if we sum those two numbers, we should get target number. So here we have been asked to, they are assuming it as one indexed array. So the target is 9, given arrays 2, 7, 11 and 15. So 2 plus 7 becomes 9. So answer is 1 and 2 because 2 is present at the first position and 7 is present at the second position. So this is the explanation for the problem. But along with the two sum regular problem, what we do is we will use a hash set to keep track of all the visited numbers, and then if we get a particular number which will result in this particular sum, we will return those indexes. But here there is one more condition along with the problem statement, that is your solution use must only constant extra space. If you use a dictionary or a hash set, then at that time we have to use because that memory usage increases with the size of the input, because that final element may be present at the end of the array. At that point, we will store all the elements which are present in the array in that particular dictionary. So instead of writing a solution with the linear time complexity, we have to come up with a solution which uses constant extra space. In this variation, their input is sorted. So what we can do is we can follow a two-pointer approach. Initially, our right pointer will be pointing to the last index, and left pointer will point to the left variable will point to the first index of the array. Then at each point we will compute the sum, and if our sum is greater than the target, and at that point we have to remove something larger from the sum. So that time we will decrement the right pointer, and if sum is less than the target, at that point we will have to add something more to the sum. So at that time we will remove this thing from the sum and we will add this number. So we will follow this procedure, and let us go through the code to understand what we are trying to do here. Initially, as I said earlier, we are going to declare two pointers. What is left, which will be indicating the left index, and at the right, we are going to point to the last index. That will be len of numbers minus 1, while left is less than right. We can compute the sum. So we can check whether if numbers of left, first we will check whether we are getting that sum, then we can return directly. If numbers of left plus numbers of right, if this results in the target sum, then we can return. In the question, they are considering it as a one indexed array. If elements are present at index 0 and index 1, they are returning 1 and 2 because 2 is the first element and 7 is the second element. So here also we should return one index. We will just increment the index by 1, both the index by 1. We will return this answer if our with the left and right position we are getting the target. If this is not the case, if numbers of left plus numbers of right, what happens if our current sum is exceeding the, if it exceeds the target? If this is the case, then we have to remove something larger from the sum, so we can decrement the right. We have to decrement the right because that to the right side there will be to the right side the value of elements increases because array is in the increasing order. So if that is not the case, then we can increment the left, because to the left side there will be to the left side value will keep on decreasing. So we don't have to decrement the left, we have to increment the left and decrement the right. I think this solution works because they have specified there will be one. I think here they have mentioned the tests are generated such that there is exactly one solution. So we don't have to take care of anything else. At some point, this condition becomes true and this will be returned. Let us submit this solution and check whether it is passing the initial test cases. It is passing the initial test cases. And let us see what is the time complexity and space complexity. We are keeping two pointers, but to the right and left. At We are going through the array only once. We'll start left from 0 and right from the end. Then we will move towards each other based on these conditions. So we will go through the array only once. So our time complexity is O of n. What is the space complexity? The only extra memory that we are using is for these two pointers. Pointers are for storing the index to the left and right position. So our space complexity is O of 1. This is what they were expecting. This is constant space complexity and linear time complexity. The solution is passing the initial test cases. And let us submit the solution and check whether it passes all the test cases. Yes, as you can see here, this solution is passing all the test cases. I hope you like this video. If you are interested in learning more about data structures and algorithms, you can check out other videos from my channel. Thanks for watching this video.